exponent with the bat when Zimbabwe played in the World Cup in England recently. So with me, Carl Rackerman, as Australia commence Zimbabwe's first innings.
And an edge straight away, and 4 runs. Well, there's 2 slips in place there. Quite an aggressive field for a one-day game. You can do that with a big score of 300 on the board. Johnson obliged. A good first up delivery from McGrath, and 3 slips would have affected a dismissal. That's a beautiful shot through the covers, just outside off stump again. And Neil Johnson has hit that on the up and cracked it through extra cover for 4. And that's 4 runs. McGrath pitched up. Johnson got onto the front foot. Beautiful flowing drive, and didn't bother to run. Glorious shot. After 5 overs, Australia were 24 without loss. Zimbabwe 23 for 1. And make that 28 for 1. Short outside the off stump, and Johnson did not miss out. Hit it high over backward point.
And that is a good hit. In baseball parlance, that is a stand-up double. And that's a bad ball. The first shot was a good cricket shot, so was that one, but that was courtesy of a bad delivery. And that's in the air. There's a man at square leg, but he's nowhere near there. He's got to be 10 foot tall. He's going to catch that. That brings up the half-century partnership for Zimbabwe for the second wicket. And what a lovely strike by Johnson. He is a thorn in the Australian side.
Now this one just drifting down the leg side, and Johnson gets all the bat onto it and places it straight over the backward square leg boundary, and that brings up their 50 partnership, and the contribution there of 15 by Goodwin and 37 by Johnson.
And another boundary. So Tom Moody has got some thinking to do. He bowled on leg stump and it went for 6 over square leg. He bowled on off stump and it went for 4 to admit off to end the 13th over, 65 for 1.
Johnson hits this through the mid-off area to get his 50. He's played really well again, finding the Australian bowling to his liking. And this total on 78 for 3. Johnson moving to 50 with elegant ease.
Neil Johnson playing in his 28th one-day international, former Italian.
And a very easy stumping for Gilchrist. That's out in the air, but wide of Fleming, and 4 runs. That was hit high out over cover. Fleming is... That's high over the bowler's head, and that is 6 off Tom Moody, who's been brought on to replace Glenn McGrath at the city end. And first ball sailed high over his head for a big 6. Beautiful shot.
Normally you have a look at a new bowler for a delivery or so. Neil Johnson looked at it on the way down and said that is enough. And Glenn McGrath was in the right spot, just that he was 40 feet not tall enough.
Another reverse sweep, and it's worked. It's beaten Simons. He did get a hand to it. It'll probably still go for 4. So quick is this outfield in Bulawayo. It's a risky shot, the reverse sweep, particularly against a guy who's getting bounce off the pitch as Shane Warne is, but he got away with it there, and 4 runs to result.
On this occasion he was fortunate because the ball was the wrong one again and had bounced. So his bat swing actually went with the turn of the ball, and he got enough bat on it to go to the boundary, even allowing for the fact that Simons got a fair bit of hand on it.
That's short, and it's in the air and just wide of McGrath. Well, that I think was probably a flipper gone wrong. Shane Warne dragged it down. It pitched halfway down the pitch and bounced. It was hooked away by Johnson, just out of McGrath's reach.
this one a square drive. He's hit it hard, well in front of square. The sweep is very far behind the wicket, so he can't get there, and Johnson gets 4. There's a call for a run. Whittle has to get back quickly. It hits the bat, and he's able to get the deflection. Don't know how sporting one would say that is, but it's in the game. It's legal. Guy Whittle, in trying to make his ground, has the ball deflect off, and that gives Johnson his 100. He moves to 101, and his form against the Australians continues.
Neil Johnson rather fortunate here. Hits the ball just in front of point, looks for the single, decides against it, gets sent back. Guy Whittle scampers for home. The ball deflects off Guy Whittle's body and runs down to long on, and they manage to go for 2. So that takes Neil Johnson up to his century, 101 not out.
Johnson hits this beautifully straight. A fairly wide mid-on, has absolutely no chance of getting it. There's a lot of power in that shot. 1 bounce 4.
So 9 runs per over to win this match. Australia would like to get another wicket just to put it beyond Zimbabwe's reach, one would assume. And that's a dangerous shot. And he's got away with it. Fleming has brought the man up from fine leg inside the circle. So he's always going to bowl that sort of off stump, but that is a quite brilliant shot. There aren't too many people in the world that could play that shot.
This is a premeditated pull from outside the off stump in the arc. Superbly, just a nice pick-up with the bat.
So the 200 up. Neil Johnson goes to 110 not out. Slow ball, and has he got enough on it to go for 6? Has he got enough on it? No, he hasn't. So Johnson hits it straight down the throat of Ponting it long off, and what an innings comes to an end.
Well caught by Ponting, and really has been a wonderful innings by Neil Johnson, the former Italian. Didn't quite get hold of the shot. Hit the previous delivery for 4. Tries to go for 6 over extra cover. And it's that man Ponting under it. He makes no mistake. Hands up, held high. Great applause. The crowd is standing for the former Italian, Neil Johnson. 124 balls, 13 fours, 2 sixes. And that's Johnson gone. 110, and now Zimbabwe 201 for 7.